Well, I don't know what's going on. Sorry for my language. I don't know what's going on. Look at all this stuff. You see this? The sky?
They're circling.
They're circling literally.
Something.
They are circling literally. They are circling literally. What is this? Somebody please tell me. I don't know what this is.
There's something at the bottom too.
No, they're gone.
No, don't film. Is it falling? Oh, I think a plane crashed.
Are you serious? What if a plane did crash?
Bro.
No way, something's falling, bro.
It looks like something's falling.
Hey, yo. No way. How far do you think that is? No way.
That's something falling.
Dude, but you see the one behind it though?
That's a fucking Martian. Oh, shit is falling. Oh, shit is falling.
Whoa. Look at it. Look at it. Why are they sitting there? Why are they sitting there?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Dude, what is that? Bro. Bro. They killed bro. No, bro. Wait, seriously. Hell no. Hey, bro, it fell from the sky and it just smirked.
Damn.
It came from right over there. Nigga, that lightning. Yeah. Damn shit. Bro, it's lighting on, nigga.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord, YAHAWASHI, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, forgive me the spirit, to do this testimony. This will be a testimony of a dream that I had a couple days, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. Okay. And, I took time just to meditate, and at the end of the day, when you share, when we share these dreams and testimonies, it's of the spirit of YAHWASHI. He puts it in us to share them so that y'all can have more hope and meditate upon salvation in the kingdom of heaven. It's not to glorify ourselves or anything like that. Okay, just to edify. All right. And you see the clips at the beginning. All right. Those are examples, okay, that I want to place there to connect with the dream. And those videos were at the end of 24. So right before, those were late December, okay, of 24. So right before the new year came in for 25. Okay. And we're going to see a lot more sightings. Okay. A lot more vivid sightings in 25. You can book it. YAHWASHI is turning up the volume. Okay. We at the end of this thing, man. We're close. Okay. Now to get to the dream, it wasn't a long dream, but it was me. Okay. It was AHTHA here in Dallas. He was in the dream. The brother, humble brother, Benaiah, he was in the dream. Okay. And I can't remember if there were any other brothers in the dream. Okay. But we were outside and all of a sudden multiple chariots came down. Okay. From the sky, it just appeared and came down and it broke up. Okay. Well, actually it was one chariot that came down. Okay. Pretty much. And then it broke up to so many chariots that I'm talking about way more than you see on those clips. It was a lot of chariots, man, but it broke up from one and they scattered everywhere, man. And we were just looking like, whoa, look, look. And I was like, look, look. We were all excited watching it. And man, the chariots start showing out. And I would point out a chariot, a particular one. And whenever I would point it out, it would start glowing. Okay. Then I would pick out another chariot. I said, watch, that chariot gonna start glowing. Look, look, look. And then that chariot start glowing. Like, I'm talking about like bright, bright, bright. Okay. Amongst the other chariots. All right. And I remember AHTHA, his eyes, he was like, golly, it was like, wow, like, whoa, and the other brother, Benaiah, like I said, I don't remember if other brothers were there, but we were so excited and we felt so good. And You know, when you see the chariots, man, okay, you got to understand, man, when the Lord does that, he does it for a reason. Okay, for you to think deeper, for you to remember who you are connected with if you believe in his truth. Okay, because you got to believe or you ain't connected at all. All right. We have to understand that even in our flesh, okay, even in these mortal whack bodies that we're in, the Lord wants us to see past that. Okay, he is our strength. He is our strength. It's not you. It's not us. He is. Okay, YAHAWASHI. You have to remember that, man. Okay, let's go back to Isaiah chapter 40. I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord YAHAWASHI, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. Right, man. You don't even know how he does this. Okay. You don't know how he never gets tired. He just exists. You don't know how. Okay. But to understand that we are connected to that power is way bigger than what you can imagine day in and day out. That's why you got to take it one day at a time. Okay. Not worry about tomorrow so much. Okay. You have your little plans, but that's why you got to take it one day at a time so you can zone in on the reality that YAHAWASHI is dealing with us. Okay, even in this low flesh that we're in. Okay, I'll get into that in a minute. Verse 29, he give power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. Okay, he give his power to the faint. All right, not the faint hearted, the ones who stop believing. You know, you believe in the truth and then things happen in your life and you give up and you become faint hearted and you don't believe no more. Not to them. All right, you can read that in Sirach chapter 1. It goes into that. Okay. But when we do get low in our spirit and we're patient, in that same chapter, Sirach chapter 1, it goes into that as well. Okay. When you're brought to a lower state, be patient. All right. Because we are being tried in the fire like gold. Okay. If you believe on YAHAWASHI, when you lack strength, he will strengthen you to show his power. Okay. It's not about us. It's about him showing his power through us. Okay. And going back to that dream. All right. It felt so good to see that and that the chariots were doing what I was saying do, turning bright. I mean, the connection was there. We are connected, man. Okay. To see that, man, you have to get over this flesh. We are in whack flesh, but guess what? We got this treasure. We got this truth. It's not about you. Remember that. Okay. Get over yourself and know that it's about YAHAWASHI being glorified on the earth. Okay. Let's go to verse 30. It says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Okay. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Okay. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7. It says, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of YAHAWASHI and not of us. Right. The wisdom. Okay. We have the wisdom, man. All right. In earthen vessels, whack vessels, man. Okay. Sinful flesh. Okay. But we got this truth that the excellency of the power may be of YAHAWASHI and not of us. Okay. Because at times you get so weighed down in your mind and this flesh. Okay. You feel unworthy at times in your mind, but we have to get over that. We have to get over that. You have to get over that. Okay. It talks about stepping into the throne of grace with boldness, with belief. Why? Because YAHAWASHI has called us. Many are called and few are chosen. Okay. But the ones that are chosen, they're going to understand this. Okay. And they're going to draw strength through YAHAWASHI. Okay. Through YAHAWASHI, man. YAHAWASHI said, in this world, you shall have tribulation. Okay, but in me you shall have peace. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Now, how did YAHAWASHI overcome the world? Through Yahweh. And we have to overcome the world through YAHAWASHI in that order. Okay, in that order. Okay, so the point is that dream, all right, with the brothers sitting there and us excited and, you know, that connection that was being shown in real time in that dream, okay, through YAHAWASHI with the chariots, okay, lets us know what? Man, the Lord wants us to realize, look, man, I have accepted you. I'm dealing with you. Okay, but you got to believe. You got to understand who you're dealing with here. You got to remember that, man. If YAHAWASHI before you, who can be against you? And that reminds me of that. Okay, this world can't deal with YAHAWASHI and the heavenly army. They have no shot. So if they are on our side, what the hell do we got to worry about? Nothing. Okay, it don't matter what you see next. You don't have nothing to worry about. That sound mind. I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. Okay, and I just read here, I read it again, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of YAHAWASHI and not of us. So that sound mind is the Lord within you. It ain't you, it's the Lord, the power of YAHAWASHI within you. Matter of fact, let me go get that scripture. I'm going to go pull it up. All right, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For YAHAWASHI has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. There goes that word power again, and of love and of a sound mind. Right. Okay, in earthen vessels. Okay, it's not us, it's the power of YAHAWASHI in us. That's why YAHAWASHI on his walk, when you read about YAHAWASHI, when he was on the scene, he said multiple times, it's the Father in me, okay, that's doing these things. The Spirit of the Father in me. We have to remember that. Okay, now YAHAWASHI didn't sin, okay, when he was on the earth. All right, he didn't sin. Okay, but we are in this flesh, this horrible flesh, and we mess up and we fall short. That's why he is the perfect example. Okay, that's why he spoke about belief, belief, belief. Don't doubt, only believe. All right, because there's a lot of power dealing with YAHAWASHI. Okay, so that's all I got in this testimony, in this lesson, man, just to exhort you Akim and you sisters out there, man, that are sincere. Okay, to believe, man, to believe, and only believe. We almost out of here. So with that, I want to give our praises and honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.